Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you're listening to Snug Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
So I usually get up like 30 minutes beforehand. But for some reason, like today, it just wasn't happening.
It's all good, dude. I'm just glad you're here, bro. That's all that matters.
Thank you.
Did you have a long night or something?
Kinda, yeah. So we just got like set up, like our setup, like properly set up. That took a while to set up.
Set up for your guys' show or what?
Yeah. So like we just got like the cameras, for example, and that was a bit of a pain in the ass to put together. So that took a bit longer than we thought it would. But yeah, we're live. I'm in HD.
Right on. Yeah, we're live, dude. Yeah, I saw you guys put out a couple new videos, dude. They were so fucking funny. I was like, damn. Yeah. A couple people send me your videos. Like I've never seen them before. They're like, "Oh, have you seen these guys before?" I'm like, "Yes." Yes, I'm very familiar with them. They're hilarious. And you know what, dude? I've always been meaning to ask you, and I always forget to ask you. You guys did stuff with Evra, Patrice.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, man. What was that like?
Oh, it was pretty cool actually. Like he was is a fan of the stuff that and so he was just like, "Oh, I live in Dubai. Where are you guys?" And then we're like, "Oh, we live here too." And then he's like, "Okay, bet I'm coming through. Let's record together." And then we just did like a bunch of videos with him. And yeah.
That's dope. I only seen the one though. Did you guys haven't put out the other ones, or you guys never did?
I think we put out all of them now.
Oh, okay.
There was one with, I think I did 2 with him. I think my brother did 2 with him. And then we went to, there's another set that we did, but he was the one posting those. So you won't see them unless like you're following him.
I'm going to. I need to see them, bro.
Yeah, you have to dig though, because it was like last year. That's the only thing.
Oh, okay. It's worth it though. It's worth it, I think.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we took a few days off from the podcast. I haven't been posting anything for like the past week because after WrestleMania, I'm like, bro, I need to take a break from this, dude. We've been going way too hard with the content creation stuff. And I need to spend more time with my family, you know?
Yeah, fair. Entirely fair.
Yeah. So I missed out on a lot of stuff, man. But I'm gonna get back on track. Have you been keeping up with what's been happening as of late in pro wrestling this last week at least?
I think I did Raw, but I haven't done SmackDown. Yeah, I did Raw, I did AEW, Dynamite, but I haven't done Collision and I haven't done SmackDown.
Yeah. The good thing about SmackDown is I heard that they're gonna go back to 2 hours. Did you see that?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was to have 3 hour show. That shit is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just going to fill it with ads too. Like, there's no point. Like, if we're going to do that, then we can stop. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. They did that last year too. Last year it was
Raw,
3 hours, and then they went back to 2 hours in June, and then they went back to 3 hours the beginning of the year. So it's starting to become like a trend now, where it's like half a year it's 3 hours, and then the second half is 2 hours or whatever the case. But they're saying that in June it's going to go back to 2 hours. Hopefully
they can stop. They can keep it at 2. You can just keep it because
for sure.
Ain't nobody sitting through 3 hours, dog. It's not a movie. Like, please, especially when you're not even giving us like proper like.
Oh no, we're going to talk about that too because. Yeah, there were some releases that happened recently that I want to get your take on. That has to do with SmackDown. But first, catch me up on, because I missed Monday Night Raw. I saw that Jacob Fatu attacked Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're setting up their match for Backlash, right?
Yeah. So they are 100% on for Backlash now.
Okay.
It was a nice segment actually. Like, Roman came out and he was being all diplomatic, and Fatu was just like, nah. So that was cool. It was nice.
Yeah.
Okay. The whole show was pretty good, if I'm being honest. It was no.
Nah, you already said it. You said it was good.
Yeah, I stand by it. It's okay. I can say that. It's fine.
What? Dayo enjoying WWE. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know, right? In 2026, dog. Like, it's crazy. No, it was. I enjoyed it. Like, I didn't walk away thinking my time is being. You know what I mean?
Nice,
So
that's good.
that was pretty. And it just suspiciously happened when Roman Reigns became champion. Who would have thought? Whoa.
Roman Reigns is champion. Got to start paying attention now.
Yeah. There was no reason to before.
Dude, I haven't been watching any AEW. It seems like the past few weeks or a couple months, I should say, it just feels like a completely different version of AEW. How are you feeling that side of things nowadays? Are you digging what they're doing right now over there?
For the most part, yeah. I think for the most part, yeah. I think the only thing that I have issue with is the way Darby won. That was a bit weird because for Darby, who is supposed to be this super resilient guy, but also there's a story there about MJF and getting caught off guard and stuff like that. So like it works. It works. I think it just flies against what I wanted personally, and that's okay. They don't have to. They're not making the.
They should. No.
They make me. But yeah, like I think so far it's been good. I'm not too crazy about Leo Rush. I don't know what's going on over there. That's kind of weird. And the fact that Tommaso Ciampa is not a champion right now is kind of annoying to me. But apart from that, like the Jet being TNT champion, Darby Allin being AEW World Champion, the women's tag team being the women's tag team, I think it's all pretty solid. Although I don't think I saw Ospreay getting carried out by the Death Riders after his last match with Duke Davis or whatever his name, Doncella. And I want to see where that goes. That would be very interesting. That's going to be interesting. I don't think they did anything about it this week on Dynamite, or if they did, I missed it. But like, very interesting stories, man.
I think with that one, I think they followed up on it on Collision.
Oh,
yeah, which is that's the show that I mean, let's be for real. Not everyone watches.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get more people to watch it by involving one of the big feuds, which is Will Ospreay and the Death Riders over on Collision.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's really working,
I mean, that's the thing though. Like if people are not watching Collision, then they won't know that like the thing on Collision is happening on Collision. Like I didn't know they were on Collision. I usually try to watch Collision, but typically I just stick to, and that's it. It's a lot of wrestling. Man. Like in a week, it's a lot of wrestling.
The week is not long enough to watch everything, bro.
Yeah. So far, so good. I mean, even the stuff with FTR and Edge and Cope and Cage, that's okay. The other thing is that, like, now they said, if Cope and Cage don't win the next time they fight FTR, then they're going to retire. And yeah, so I don't know. That's 50-50. I don't know where that's gonna go. I don't think I'll be mad either way. Like I think I'll be fine. Like if they end up retiring, they had a good run. They did it in a different company, which I don't think they had in mind when they even started wrestling. And if they don't, like we have new tag team champions, and who's gonna be mad about Cope and Cage as tag team champions? Tag team champions.
Yeah. Easy for you to say, Dayo. Now, is this match taking place at All In or when? Or are they going to do it at Forbidden Door?
I think it's All In. It's All In.
Yeah, they're going to do Forbidden Door over here on my neck of the woods. I'm kind of debating whether I want to go or not.
Could you please?
I mean, actually, I do want to go, but it's not up to me, bro. Like, I gotta ask my boss for permission, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Because it's on a Sunday, and it's just like a whole thing. Yeah, it's rough, dude. And you know how long those pay-per-views are, too.
Yeah. They pack them in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at like 7 hours at least.
Yeah, they chunk them, bro. They chunk them because you also have the pre-show as well.
Oh, good God! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you also have the pre-show as well. I think the last one was like 4 hours.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, and it's like a 2-hour drive from where I'm at, which is not bad. I don't mind the drive, but yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But we'll see. I'm definitely gonna try to go. I brought it up to my wife, and she was like, "I don't know."
I mean, wait for the card. See if the card.
That's the other thing too. That's the other thing. I don't know who's gonna be there yet, but the tickets are already on sale, and they're not bad, dude. I was looking at the ticket prices for Forbidden Door, and for like the midsection was like $50-$60.
No way.
Yeah. And I was like, man, I might as well just get a fucking floor seat at that. I think floor seat tickets were like $150 or something like that. Not bad, right?
For a pay-per-view.
For a pay-per-view, dog.
Wow. Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
Not to
Unlike some other people, I'm not gonna point no elbows.
I'm not gonna name names.
TKO.
Some other people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 150. Damn.
Yeah. Not bad, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna see what's up with that.
So like, even for someone like me that doesn't even live in the States, like it would still make sense to come into the States to watch. That is crazy. Floor seats too. Wow.
Yeah, they're really trying to sell that place out. I'm pretty sure it's going to sell out at those prices.
Yeah, almost definitely. Yeah, because apart from everything else, like Forbidden Door is one of their.
I think it's one of their oldest pay-per-views, right?
No, actually, because it took a while before they did Forbidden Door. I think this is Forbidden Door 3, 4. I'm not sure, but it wasn't there. It wasn't like it's not a legacy. I don't think it's a legacy pay-per-view. The way like Revolution is a legacy.
I feel like they've done at least 4 already.
No, I think it's only 3. I'm pretty sure it's only 3.
Oh, okay.
Let's do a little...
Your memory's probably a lot better than mine.
Forbidden Door.
Are you looking it up right now?
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Forbidden Door VO2. Oh, 2025. Really?
That was not their first one. They've had more than that.
No, that wasn't their first one. That was like their second one. How many have they done? How many? As of it's 4, actually. Yeah, you're right. 4. What?
Yeah, because I feel like I've seen a whole bunch of them.
Chicago, Toronto, New York. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that sounds about
right.
right.
I was only tapped in for the London one and the Toronto one, so I missed 2 and 1 and 3. Oh shit, cool. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go watch.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna try to go to that, but I'm for sure gonna be watching All In. I gotta watch All In. I can't miss out on that. Yeah.
Sure.
Are you? Is that easier for you to watch because of the time zone, or are you guys still in like completely off?
It's still completely off, but it's not as bad. I want to say I think they start a bit earlier, and so like it's easier for me to catch it on the back end. And then usually their pay-per-views are on Saturday anyway, and so I have like Sunday to just like walk in for like 4 or 5 hours and chunk it out, as opposed to the E where you have to do Saturday and Sunday. So I can catch up with night 1 just fine, but then night 2 I have to wait until I get back from work. That's a bit rough. And Triple H just loves posting spoilers on his Instagrams. I've unfollowed him now. No, because for example, WrestleMania night 2, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch it when I get back from home. I open Instagram. He has a picture of Roman Reigns pointing at him. I'm just, dude.
Yeah. The iconic picture with him and Gorilla with the new champion holding the belt and shit.
You couldn't wait like a little bit before you spoil your. Oh man, I was so upset.
Yeah, no, I feel it, dude. You gotta unfollow those, man. I hate being spoiled. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was the recent releases. But first, I wanted to ask you something else. Now that we're talking about AEW. Mm-hmm. Do you remember Rebel from AEW?
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up with
Rebel, as in Britt Baker's woman?
Yeah. Yes. Her. Have you been keeping up with what's been going on with her?
No, I haven't. I have not at all. What happened?
Oh my God, dude. I hate to be the one to break the bad news, but you know she's been off TV for a few years, right?
Yeah.
She has been really sick, dude. like really, really sick for the past couple of years. She was diagnosed with like some crazy, like really serious medical issue, and she lost her like her ability to speak properly. You know, she's lost a lot of weight. She can't really walk on her own.
Oh,
It was some pretty serious stuff, and she was posting stuff on social media here and there. But just the other day, she made a video, and this is so sad, but you know, I just felt like this is something that I had to bring up. You know, she pretty much said that after a couple of years of battling what she pretty much had was cancer, is that now the doctors told her that she has terminal ALS, and they don't know how much longer she has. So basically she posted a video and was like, oh, you know, I want to thank Tony Khan and AEW for, you know, having my back through this whole time, but basically saying goodbye. She's like, I'm pretty, yeah, bro. Fucking insanely sad, bro, because she was good, man. She was really entertaining. Yeah. Yeah, it's some rough shit, dude. I don't know if you you know, it's sad. So I mean, I can send you the videos and stuff if you want to see them, but if you don't, I get it. So yeah, from us here in Snug Wrestling, fuck, I just want to say, you know, thank you, Rebel, because she was like posting her journey, man, and how she was like battling through everything and shit. It's just, you know, you just never imagine shit like that happening to someone like her, you know?
That's so tough. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Sucks, dude.
Well, I'm glad she had like people behind her. I'm glad like to didn't like send her packing. Ugh, gosh.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I can appreciate from like Tony Khan and AEW is like they take care of their people, you know.
Yeah, they do. They really do. They do. And they take care of the extended family as well. They're very good at doing that as well. I remember when damn Brody Lee when he passed, like there was a whole thing the way AEW was supporting his family, and Brody Lee.
You remember that, dude? I was so sad when that shit happened, dude.
That was rough. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was rough because he had just come in. And it was like a similar situation now where like you had a release and then you brought him in and the release they coincided and this new character was getting over and then passed away. And it was rough.
It just seems so unexpected, right?
Yeah. Like you never, obviously, like I don't expect like Tony Khan and them to be like, I don't think they have like, nobody knows when that kind of stuff is going to happen. But like to have somebody that's an active participant in your roster just like pass away, like you're running helter skelter to understand like from a business perspective what to do, but also from like a human perspective as well because it's so sudden. Yeah, man, that shit was rough.
Yeah, dude. I just had to get that off my chest because I'm like, man, bro, like I should have been more prepared and uploaded a video so we can show it right now, but I'll just probably just tag it like on a clip or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we'll see. We'll keep a close eye with Rebel and obviously supporting her and, you know, showing her love and all that stuff.
100%.
But on to the actual topics that I had planned for us today, Dayo, are these releases from the WWE that everyone's been talking about. But I want to hear what you think about these because usually after WrestleMania is when the releases start to happen. Nobody is safe, it feels like. It can literally be anybody. And yes, some top names got released. Did you hear about any of the names that got released?
I heard about the first wave, which was like I think a week ago. But not the second one. For the second one, I know New Day got chopped, which what the fuck? But that I think that's the only from this new wave. That's the only one that I know. I only know about specifically Kofi and Xavier.
Yeah, and the other two were JC Mateo and Tangaloa from the MFTs.
Why?
So it kind of goes back to
when you said that. Why? They're on TV. What are we talking about? They're literally on TV.
So that's earlier when we were talking about SmackDown, we were like, well, they're giving us a lot of stuff that doesn't really need to be on the show, right? I mean, that storyline with the MFTs and the White Six was not my favorite.
No, it wasn't mine.
So I got to be honest, I'm not too surprised about those two, JC Mateo and Tongaloa. They weren't really being used to their maximum abilities, right?
But then, didn't they bring him in like last year? Wasn't it last year?
Yeah, they were only there for a year.
It's not even Jason Mateo, Jeff Cobb. Like, it's whatever. But like, they were on TV. Like, they were actively on. I guess now that since the YS6 is gone, they don't really have anybody to feud, like a 5-man feud with.
Yeah.
But then you build a 5-man team to. I guess you don't want to do that but like, still, you didn't have to release them. You could have made them into singles, make them into tag team. Like, it doesn't.
That could be a big reason too. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Well, the Wyatts, the entire faction of the Wyatts got released, so it's like we don't really need another 5-man faction group anymore. You know,
you could. Whatever. We could have done something else. Like, we didn't need to release en masse. Like, I never understand. There's so many aspects of this that I just don't particularly like. Obviously, I hate the idea that these people who are here to entertain and put their bodies on the line in the first place are being released because there's no creative for them, which your job is to be creative, and you don't have any creative for these people. That's you announcing your failure. But I could be wrong. Aleister Black, for example, who could have been positioned so much better.
Yeah.
You just let him go. Apparently, he was supposed to be the one on the phone with Randy. They scrapped that for Pat McAfee. And then after this, Kairi Sane. She was actively involved in a storyline where she was the center of the storyline.
Yeah.
They sent her packet. Tongaloa, Jason Mateo, I'm like, okay, sure, I guess, because they're not in the. But also, there's an ongoing like tension between Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, I believe. So why would you? And it's around the MFTs. It's around like the way the direction of the MFTs. But you have now sent 2 of the MFTs gone, which you didn't even need to bring in the first. Nobody asked you to do this.
We got a good question here on Instagram from It's Me. What's going to happen with the MFTs now? Who are they going to bring in now? And I think that's a good question because, you know, what's the one name that's always been thrown around when it comes to, who's going to come in to join the MFTs or join Roman? It's Zilla Fatu, you know, so is it possible now that they're trying to set up for that? Because, well, we already used JC Mateo, we used Tongaloa. Maybe, you know, we don't really need these guys anymore. Maybe we got to make some room for some new Samoan wrestlers.
It should have done. Because it is. Like, if you're going to send people packing just to bring in like their cousins, for example, I think that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. These people have been there for, let's even say it's just a year. These people have been there through your bad booking with the YS6, through your weird flip-floppy thing with the lantern and all that nonsense. And now we're in a situation where for every single quote-unquote Samoan faction in your company, there is a story happening. And you just... I don't understand. Maybe it's too saturated, you know? Maybe we have too many Samoans in the company at this. But that's still your fault. You're the one that brought them in. You could bring them in for one match and then, you know, not have them on the roster. But no, you decide to bring them in, and now you're sending them gone at such a dumb time as well. Anyway, by the way, sorry, but like the New Day being kicked out as well when your tag team division is essentially. Because you also sent out the machine. Oh my god! You also sent out the Motor City Machine Guns. Street Profits just came back, but you're not going to put the belts on them because they're. Yes. Anyway, I don't understand the decisions that are being made. I don't. I don't, and this is the kind of thing that makes it difficult to watch WWE like on a weekly basis, because then you're like, okay, these people that like you're attached to, these people that you've seen over the past, let's say a year, again, just a year, they're gone. They're gone. You made such a huge splash when JC Mateo came in. You're like, oh my God, JC Mateo. Now he's gone.
And he didn't really do much.
He didn't really do much. But even if he did much, we're talking about a world where the New Day is gone. The New Day, who are WWE lifers. We're talking about Kairi Sane, who was in the middle of it. How am I supposed to stay invested in your powerhouse, your Royce Keys, if you've just shown me that anybody can get chopped? Like, how? How? And it's all the people from NXT, from Black and Gold NXT too, that have been gone. Johnny Gargano hasn't been doing anything except lying flat for the past few weeks. Aleister Black, you took him out. Adam Cole left. Tommaso Ciampa left. The entire building block of NXT that most of us grew up with, you have mishandled them entirely. They've gone to other companies, or they're just like on the shelf rather. And you keep bringing these random people that people don't know, because I thought it was supposed to be NXT as a developmental thing, but we didn't see any of that for years. And when you brought them in, they were all terrible because you mishandled them. And now we're at a place where you're just releasing people. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
No, yeah. So here's the crazy thing, like when it comes to the New Day, and it kind of makes me wonder of things, dude. Kind of makes me wonder of if this is the same thing that is happening with some of the other releases, because I guess the New Day were being told that they had to sign a new TKO contract that has like these new terms, these new whatever. It wasn't like a WWE contract. It was something else that the New Day did not want to sign. They did not want to agree to. So they're like, fine, if you don't want to be under a TKO contract, then you guys are done. You guys have to leave. And they said, fine, we're just gonna leave. So I wonder if maybe that was the case for a lot of this release, a lot of these other releases, that they were just like, nah, like I choose not to extend my contract or re-sign, or maybe their contract just expired and they were just like, I just don't want to re-sign again.
That's the thing, that there's so like I obviously like we don't actually, that's a very good point. We don't actually know what, but still though, like it's a little depressing. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little depressing, because then I would assume that like as a company you would want to give your wrestlers as much as you can, or at least enough to keep them happy. And so if we're talking about a TKO, which TKO isn't really, I don't know what. You would assume that if they don't want a TKO contract, you give them a WWE contract. But then the question now is, are there differences in the contract between WWE and TKO? 1, 2, why do we have a TKO contract when they're signed to WWE? But I guess it's a mess, man.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I assume that all contracts now, because WWE is owned by TKO, that everyone is under a TKO contract now.
But then it feels like they were given like specific contracts that were like, or is it like a subsidiary type thing?
If I were to take a guess, because again, like you said, we don't actually know what the fuck is going on, right? But if I were to take a guess, the New Day, because they've been in WWE for so long, had some type of exception. Like, oh, you guys are WWE lifers. We're going to keep you under a WWE contract, not a TKO contract. And maybe now they were like, yeah, that's not happening anymore. Now you guys have to sign a TKO contract. And they're like, no. Yeah. TKO, bro. For better or for worse, man, they're changing the game, dog.
I haven't seen a single change that inspires confidence. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's rough. I was one of those people that are like, no, not much is going to change. You know, Triple H is in charge, so we'll be fine. I was wrong. I've been wrong the entire time, and it's okay. I'm fine.
TKO owns Triple H, bro. I think even Triple H is under a TKO contract.
The irony of that. But yeah, probably.
Bro.
So they could just like let him go too.
Yeah.
What would that look like? If they release, if they could, and they were able to do it, and they released, what would that look like for the company?
I mean, I don't think it'll look that much different. I think they'll do their best to hide it. I don't know, man. Just they already say that TKO has control of most of the creative already, is what they're saying.
If that was the case, then it shows.
Because even recently, Road Dogg, who was the writer of SmackDown, right, for the longest time, he left.
Yeah,
and
true.
a lot of people were like, "Oh, SmackDown is going to be so much different now. Oh, I wonder what SmackDown is going to look like." It's the same, bro. It's literally the same. I don't feel like it's any different at all since Road Dogg left.
It hasn't been that different now.
So if Triple H leaves, I mean, I don't really see much changing either. But I could be wrong, you know?
I think it's going to be very interesting to see how the product evolves over the next year. Like, on the backs of the WrestleMania that we just had, which night one we can all say on a quick dumpster fire, it's going to be interesting to see how, especially because of all the new people that they're bringing in and the people that they have now let go. Yeah. It's going to be very interesting to see what that looks like in about a year when we're gearing up for WrestleMania. Who are going to be the players in there? How good are the stories for those people? That kind of thing. Because we have Ethan Page is there now, Ricky Starks is there now, Obafemi is there, but yeah, he's there now. And like for all intents and purposes, it's a changing of the guard, but also that doesn't mean anything if the creative is bad. At the end of the day, I think Obafemi is a bit protected because he's that guy. But I worry about Ethan Page and like Ricky Starks falling into just like the shuffle of things, because Ethan Page left AEW and I was like, okay, whatever. He was part of a weird, but like Ricky Starks was a champion. He was a champion and he was getting pretty good responses from the crowd, to the point where he was able to work with like Edge and Daniel Bryan, like, and even like he was a tag team champion with Big Cass for a while too. So it's going to be interesting to see how the same thing with even Royce Keys. Now that I think about it, it's going to be very interesting to see how we transition what they were in AEW and what they become in WWE. I think Jade has the best success story if we're being honest, because she was a champion there, a dominant champion in AEW, came back, champion, WrestleMania. We wait to see what happens next. But it's going to be interesting overall.
Yeah, it most definitely is. I think there's been the most call-ups from NXT this year than ever before, I want to say.
Everybody else.
I mean, besides all those names you listed, they also brought up a few women from NXT at least 4, you know, which also caused a lot of new debuts, a lot of new faces showing up on NXT because you called up.
Yeah.
Even Joe Hendry. Got called up to Monday Night.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, so
he wasn't in TNA. How are they calling up people from TNA?
No, he was on NXT.
Was he? Has he always been on NXT?
Joe Hendry has been on NXT for like the past year and a half at least.
Really?
He was NXT champion not that long ago, and he got called up. So Joe Hendry was one of the top guys on NXT for a while. Ethan Page was another one. Ricky Saints was another one. And all 3 of those guys got called up to the main roster.
Don't forget, we had Trick Williams. We had people who are now established.
Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of open spaces left on NXT. So this past week, I didn't see the show, unfortunately. I picked the wrong fucking week to take a break. But there was a lot of new faces that showed up on NXT that I've never seen before. So I'm like, well, yeah, they got to fill in those gaps, you know?
Sounds like a good time to watch NXT, honestly.
A lot of new faces. So, but like you said, Dayo, it's going to be very, very interesting. But it's also exciting. Yes, it sucks that these people didn't renew their contracts, or their contracts expired, or they got released, whatever you want to call it, however you want to look at it.
Yeah.
The MFT storyline, I was done with it. The Kairi Sane storyline, I was done with it. Yes, it sucks that they're not in the WWE anymore, but I'm also excited to see what they're going to do next.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Especially like when you think about like indie folk, like, because now it's opened up a lot more. Like there's nothing essentially wrong with someone going from WWE to the indies or indies to WWE anymore, which was before. It was like once they leave WWE, you never see them again. But like, yeah. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see what they're gonna do in WWE, but not just in WWE. Like you said, outside of the WWE,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do?
Mm.
And of course, every single time someone gets released from WWE, one of the main questions a lot of people ask: who is gonna go to AEW from all of these releases? Dayo, as a AEW fanatic that you are, who would you like to see show up over there in Jacksonville?
Oh, brother, loaded. I'm not gonna lie, it's loaded.
Should we go over some of these names to refresh your memory? Or do
Yeah,
you
let's
know
do
them?
that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. Let's go down the list here from the first wave. And I'm just going to read them and you're going to stop me. Or how do you want to do it?
Let's just go. If I have a name, if you say a name that I think like we can talk about, I'll point them out.
All right. Kairi Sane.
Definitely.
Aleister Black.
Me personally, yes, but I think there's some backstage stuff that they have to.
Zelina Vega.
Yes, with either with Alistair or
Uncle Howdy.
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. We need more spooky people over in Asia.
Nikki Cross.
Depends on what she's going to do. I think the woman's space is pretty like the bar for the women's space is pretty high up right now. So like she has to come correct for that.
Tekla's killing it right now, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Kairi Sane can just come in through like AEW and then end up in like Stardom or New Japan or wherever she wants to go from there, honestly. But I don't see where Nikki Cross kind of fits in because she didn't really have a defined character, gimmick, etc., outside of YS6.
Well, now that Forbidden Door is coming up, I can see Kairi Sane showing up at Forbidden Door.
The pop would be nuts.
Right?
The pop would be nuts.
All right. How about Santos Escobar?
That one confused me. I'm not gonna lie. That one confused me. Especially since like you have a pretty he's a pretty decent worker. Like I don't know why we couldn't like figure something out for him. Like at all.
He can talk.
He can talk, but then again, it's one of those things where like they gave him like a contract and like he didn't want to sign it or something. We don't actually. Santos Escobar on AEW, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, especially since like he has history with Swerve, for example. I wouldn't mind them running that back, even if it's just for that like a short feud, and then he goes somewhere else. I wouldn't mind that.
That one did not make any sense to me. Santos Escobar, because he was on SmackDown for a while. He was cutting good promos. He can go in the ring. Yes. But now WWE owns AAA. He's a luchador.
I forgot about that actually. Yeah.
You don't have room for him in AAA either, bro? Like that's crazy to me.
Like what is that? How? He was killing it on NXT as well. Like with or without his faction, he was doing very good on NXT as well, which I assume is why they called him up in the first place. When they call people up, they just drop them. I don't know a single yet, except maybe like the newest wave, but like I haven't seen when they call people up, they just like it's so weird. It's so weird.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's move on with this list. Dayo, would you like to see the Motor City Machine Guns return to AEW?
I wouldn't mind. And I wouldn't mind. I'm not too crazy about them, but they are a good tag team. And especially with their indies, repertoire, it would be a good fit for AEW that has all those other indie tag teams. Motor City Machine Guns versus FTR, for example, could feed generations. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh,
that would be dope. You're right.
Oh,
even I would like to see that.
Oh, I would even mind like Edge and Christian retiring for us to, if I'm being low key.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Motor City Machine Guns
for sure. All right, Dexter Lumis.
I don't know. I personally liked him when he came up from NXT and when he was in NXT as well. I thought that whole silent, tortured, serial killer-esque thing. Which, by the way, sorry, tangent. We don't have characters anymore. like I just realized we don't have characters. We have people. We don't have we don't have gimmicks anymore in W. Am I wrong? Apart from maybe Joe Hendry, we don't have like gimmicks anymore. Am I tripping?
Give me an example. Like, what do you mean? Because that could
So,
mean
for
a lot of
example,
things.
One of the biggest examples, The Undertaker, was a gimmick. It was set dressing, you know. Dexter Lumis, when he was in NXT, same thing, where it's like a character, and then there's like stuff behind the character that we can move forward with. I'm singing, but
I get what you're saying. I mean, now that like Aleister Black and the White Six got released, I feel like they're starting to focus more on like, I guess, more real life characters. Like, for example, Will Hobbs. What was his name again? Royce Keys.
Yeah.
They showed the video package of him and his history. You know, his brother being shot and his mom overdosing and passing away. So it's like real life fucking experiences is what I think they're trying to focus on. Danhausen is a gimmick.
Danhausen is a gimmick. Yeah, you're right.
But he's
like,
just go ahead. Sorry.
And I'm just thinking, like, even Kurt Angle, who was a legit Olympian, like his entire thing was, well, I guess being an All-American, Chad Gable-esque, or I guess Chad Gable is Kurt Angle. But like even that as a character was enough for you to be like, okay, this is his thing. But like we don't have that anymore. I don't think, apart from maybe like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, but even like Seth Rollins, for example, who is like, I'm a visionary. He was the Monday Night Messiah before, and there was like a character who had motivations that you could get behind. Mm-hmm. We don't have that anymore. I just realized, and it's kind of.
Oh yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah, I think you're onto something for sure.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
Do you think it could be the fact that they're on ESPN more, so they want to make it more like a real, I guess, more like a legitimate sport type thing or something? I don't know.
That's probably it. It's just a shame because like you had these larger than life characters based on like these larger than life concepts, and now you're just like the jacked guy number one, jacked guy number, and it's you're removing all the personality, even the pyros, dog. And this is the same thing we said about in WrestleMania as well, like you know.
Where
like,
the non-existent pyros.
The non-existent pyros, yeah. Like I don't care. Like before, a few years ago, and I'm so sorry, this is such a tangent. Mm-hmm. But like even a few years ago, you would hear somebody's like entrance music and you're like, yes. You'd be singing along with the entrance music as well, because you're like, yes. But then like now it's just like, cool. Unless you have like a specific place that the audience is supposed to chant while their song is.
Yeah, it's a lot of crowd work, bro. A lot of crowd work. Just so they can just sing along and shit. Which is, I mean, it's cool if you're in the arena, but if you're watching on TV, it's just like, bro, can you guys just shut up so we can hear the goddamn promo? You know? God damn.
Yeah, let's get back to that list.
Yeah, we got a few more names here. Eric Rowan, he's been in AEW. He's made a couple appearances before, right?
Mm-hmm. So if they have a place for him, if it makes sense, sure, why not?
Joe Gacy, also from the White Six.
Joe Gacy is a very interesting situation to me because Joe Gacy can do just about anything, really. If we're being completely honest, I can't remember the name of his faction before he joined the White Six. When he was a cult leader, I don't remember the name of that faction, but that was compelling. That was compelling as hell. I didn't even watch NXT, and I was like, yeah, no, I want to know what's going on. Like, so I don't know. He could. If we could find a good place for him that doesn't like waste his talents, I think he could definitely thrive in it.
I think you're right. Zoe Starks.
Is she recovered?
That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't think so, to be honest.
Okay, well then, when she recovers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think she fits.
This other name is pretty interesting because Alba Fire, wasn't she Chelsea Green's lackey?
Yeah, the Secret Harvest, yeah.
What the hell? What is going to happen with Chelsea Green? She's going to be riding solo now? Oh, they're going to turn her babyface, huh?
Yeah, they kind of have to.
Unless they bring back... No, but Piper Niven is still hurt, I'm pretty sure. If they got rid of Alba Fire, I don't see them bringing back Piper Niven.
No, I don't think. Damn.
That one just, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I didn't clock that. Damn.
They got to turn Chelsea Green babyface.
Alba Fire was part of a tag team as well before. With Isla
Dawn. But Isla Dawn got released like, I think, what, like
2 years ago?
Yeah, something crazy like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they put them together as a tag team. They had them be a dominant tag team, and they just chunked them. Like or maybe maybe she didn't sign the contract or whatever. But like, they broke up that tag team. Essentially broke up, and then they had to find something to do with Alba Fire, and now.
Yeah, that one is crazy. Yeah, that one's weird, man. I think. Out of all of these names, I think I'm more shocked by Alba Fire because Alba Fire is a good worker. I mean, and I'm not saying this like in a bad way, but she was a good job girl. Like she would make her opponents look really good.
Yeah.
I mean, every time she wrestled, you knew she wasn't going to win, but they weren't bad matches. The matches were pretty decent.
That's kind of what you want too in a quote unquote jobber. You want someone who can put on a banger match regardless and make the other person look good. And if they win, they win. But like if you're expecting them to lose, but it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, she did pick up a couple wins here and there, but yeah, for the most part.
What are we even talking? She's a champ. She's a tag team champ. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I think out of all of these names, the one that shocks me the most is Alba Fire, bro. That's fucking insane.
You know what I'm worried about now is with all the people that they have now released and other people that they're bringing in from, we're going to see a new like branch of jobbers, and it's not going to be the guys who are there now. Probably going to be and that is
like who? Like what are you thinking?
I'm thinking probably Dragon Lee is probably going to be relegated to jobber. He already kind of has been, but like he's probably going to be jobber. Javon Evans is going to still have his spotlight, but I think at some point he's going to be, because WWE doesn't respect high flyers unless they're rims, or unless they're black. So we'll see what Javon Evans like. But it's either he becomes a champion or becomes a jobber. That's just it. Like they just start feeding him to the powerhouses on purpose. I don't know, man. I'm very skeptical. But that's because just to sorry to cut you off. Just the way that we broke down that whole Alba Fire thing, where she was a tag team champion for your women's tag team like division, and for whatever reason the team broke up, and now she's a jobber. And I'm just realizing that that's probably going to be a lot of people who in NXT or in wherever they're coming from, they had like really a pretty like expansive moveset repertoire. They were good wrestlers in general, but because of the way WWE does WWE things, they're probably going to end up being jobbers. Like Chelsea Green was huge on the indies, essentially, or at least she was. We've seen that she can go. I think I've seen at least one match with her and Penta. We've seen that she can go, and she's a comedy act now, which there's nothing wrong with being a comedy act, but like we've seen, like you know what I mean? Like we've seen that she can go. So like if you bring all these NXT people in, somebody's gonna have to be a jobber at some point, and it's not gonna be the new guys.
Yeah. Alba Fire, former tag team champion, and she came up as a tag team, but then her partner got released, and then she basically turned into a job girl that was the lackey of Chelsea Green. And
now she's been released too.
Yeah, now she's out. Yeah, that's just I guess the nature of the beast, or how's that saying go?
Yeah, the nature. That's the way the cookie crumbles. The nature of
all that good shit. Yeah.
Who was in the second? Who else was in the second round of releases?
That's it. Just those four. The New Day and the guys from the MFTs.
Just those four?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's more coming. But as of right now, those were the names that were announced just earlier today. Yeah. But we'll see. Hopefully there's no more. If they keep coming to talent with these new TKO contracts like they did for the New Day, I can see more people say, no, I'm not this bitch.
I think at some point they're going to have to stop. Like, I think they're not, come on. Like, if people are not signing the contracts, stop giving people the contracts.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, reevaluate.
Yeah, especially if it's like, it seems like TKO is very, very, very money hungry. So it probably comes with more terms like, hey, we got to own this, or you can't do
It's probably
this,
that
or
thing all over again where they can't stream, for example.
yeah, you know, shit like that. So they're probably like, nah, bro, like, what the fuck?
In
Yeah, man.
2026. Crazy work, brother. Crazy work.
Yeah. Well, Dayo, before we get up out of here, I got something fun planned for us. I asked you previously what your favorite matches were of all time,
Yes.
and you gave me 2 matches, right?
Yes.
So what I want to do, I want to hear why you picked these 2 matches, but I also want to hear what the IWC thinks of these matches that you picked as your favorite of all time. And how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to go to the good old reliable Cagematch ratings to see what the people think of your favorite matches of all time. Dayo, how's that sound?
All right, let's do it.
All right. First up, one of your favorite matches of all time. You went with The Undertaker versus Triple H in a Hell in a Cell match. This was WrestleMania 28.
Yes.
Right? With Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. First, Dayo, tell me why you picked this match as one of your favorites of all time.
Okay, so typically, and I think when we get into the second one, you'll see this a bit more. I like it when a heel gets to be like a heel, but still, I don't know. I just enjoy when a heel gets to be a heel, right? And so for Undertaker versus Triple H, we had Triple H just wailing on Undertaker for a very uncomfortable amount of time with steel chairs. And that was back then when you could actually see that the steel chairs were actually like, you know, denting, for example, when you smack it on somebody. So just the entire story being told of Triple H versus The Undertaker at the WrestleMania prior, and then them having it again with Undertaker not having any match in between, was already intriguing enough. But then you also have the added layer of Shawn Michaels, who The Undertaker had retired him a few years ago. And so you have this mix of so many different motivations to do these and this and this and this. And it's all fine. Like, the match is going fine. Undertaker is dominating for a very long time until Triple H now flips it over and he just starts going really aggressive. And Shawn Michaels is like, hey, bro, stop. Like, we don't need to do this. And it's a bit convoluted because, like, it's Hell in a Cell, dog. Like, there's no like disqualification. There's no referee stoppage. So it's the entire time is just like Triple H saying, end it or I will, end it or I will. And it's just really interesting because then it devolves in a fun way. And I think that was one of the first matches that I was just like, okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, I see what you're doing. I get it. So yeah, I think that's it.
You're also talking about the 3 of the top names in all pro wrestling ever, I think it's safe to say, right?
Era, dog.
Yeah. So, Dayo, let's see what the fans, the IWC, thought about your favorite match of all time. So the way that Cagematch ratings work, it's the point system is out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of 10 being the highest, what do you think the rating was for this match? An overall rating?
7.5.
Wow. Okay. 9.25 is what it was rated.
There we go.
With 736 overall votes and 437 people rated this a 10. 178 rated a 9. So overall, very, very high rated match here.
I said 7.5 to temporary.
But like everything, like everyone, not everyone was a fan of this, Dayo.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. I want to find some low-rated comments here, just to hear what you think about what some of these haters had to say about your favorite match of all time. All right, let me see. I found one here that has a 2.0 rating.
2.0.
This is Shadow Explosion wrote, I remember really liking this when I was 12 years old. And as I've grown into a man, my taste has definitely changed regarding WWE matches. If you like NXT-ism, melodramatic type matches, you'll love this. I enjoyed their match the last year, but I felt the last half was too tacky and finisher spammy. They ramped it up in the tenfold, even being longer than the last match. It wasn't awful. They just go on. But this goes on forever. It goes on forever and should have ended after Taker hit the tombstone, after Charles got chokeslam. I don't hate these guys as much as other people, but this was just a terribly boring performance with a Adebola hot crowd. I don't know what the fuck that means. But yeah, 1 star out of 5 this person gave it.
I don't I think people okay, yeah, let me be charitable. I think people tend to misread a slow pace for something being boring. I think that's obviously this person is entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to say they're right or wrong, but I can see what they're saying, and I would have to disagree. I am a fan of overcomplicated, wacky bullshit in my wrestling matches. I 100%. But I don't think that's what that was. I think there was a reason for this to happen and this to happen and this to, in my opinion anyway. I haven't gone back to watch the match in a while, but as far as I remember, for example, the reason Charles Robinson came out is because Undertaker attacked Shawn Michaels. Somebody attacked Shawn, and so we needed a referee. That's why Charles came out. The reason Charles got chokeslammed is because Undertaker was expecting to win, but he didn't. Like there's a through line for action that happened, and the reason why we had to do all these other things is because of the reason before it, which is kind of why, for example, I haven't been watching wrestling with an analytical mind for a very long time. I just started like maybe 4 years ago. So, for example, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, where Cody won, that would have been one of my favorite matches of all time if there was a reason for all those interferences that made sense. Because we had John Cena, we had Solo Sikoa, we had The Rock, then we just randomly had The Undertaker, for example, which, great moment, 10 out of 10, but there was no reason to be there, apart from it being WrestleMania. And so I'm okay with them bringing the Avengers in to kill like Roman Reigns' like run, but that took some numbers off for me personally. Still a great match though in terms of spectacle. So, but whatever.
Yeah. The psychology was here for this one, for this Hell in a Cell match for sure. Unlike the one at WrestleMania where it's just, oh, we're just gonna bring people in. Who's next? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Why? Well, because why not? Fuck it.
I don't know why they didn't do that, by the way. That would have been, can you imagine the pop if they brought Stone Cold for The Rock? Not The Undertaker, Stone Cold. Anyway.
Well, I think we got time for one more, Dayo, before we get up out of here. We had, you had your second match, or I don't know if this is in the right order, but the second.
I think they're tied.
Yeah. The other match that you picked as one of your favorites was Bryan Danielson versus MJF Iron Man match, AEW Revolution 2023.
Yep.
Out of 10 of the Cagematch ratings, what do you think this one was rated? Oh, actually, before we get into the ratings, why is this one your favorite? My bad. I'm going to skip that part.
Yeah, sorry. So, why did I enjoy this match? That's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so, MJF is one of my favorite heels of all time. And just blanket, MJF is one of my favorite because he's just an ass, like across the board. And I love it. So the story of this match is commentary doesn't think MJF can hang. Daniel Bryan doesn't think MJF can hang. Anybody who's watched MJF knows that MJF can hang. But we're talking an Iron Man match with someone who has gone 74 minutes before and is arguably the best wrestler in the world at that point. Can MJF do it? And the storytelling on this is pretty good because you have in the first like 30 minutes of the match, it's very much working on limbs like a normal match. Like you have MJF selling his knee, and you have Daniel Bryan selling his arm, and they're both jockeying for position in this first 30 minutes, and then I can't remember who gets the first pinfall, but I think it's Bryan. Bryan gets the first, and it's like, okay, so Bryan is going to win. In between all this, by the way, you have MJF going outside, when he has a breather, to drink some water, to rehydrate, because he's not used to fighting a match this long. His longest match was like 37 minutes or something like that. So he's going for a long haul here. And they do that, and Bryan has one on him, and then MJF gets one back, and then I can't remember how it goes, but like essentially MJF gets himself disqualified to give Bryan a point, but then because of he hits him with a low blow, so he pins him twice in quick succession. So now they're both on like even ground, and I'm like, whoa. And there's a lot, and you're just like, it's rapid fire, and you're just like, okay, so now they're equal. And Iron Man matches is something that we haven't seen very often, so it's like, okay, there's so many situations that you see in an Iron Man match that you don't see in like a regular match, like exhaustion, the way exhaustion plays into it, because there's a point where they've been going for a while. I think it's in the 45-minute mark, and MJF just dropped. Like they're across the ring from each other, MJF just, and you're like, the commentary puts it over very well, because they're like, oh, we don't know if he's playing a game, if he's playing possum, or if he's actually tired. Long story short, it's a very good back and forth between two of, I think, the very best in the business. No, yeah. And it ends on a draw. It ends on 3 for Daniel, 3 for MJF. The crowd is losing their minds. They're like, what the how dare you give us a draw after we watched this hour-long match? The medical team comes in. They're looking at Bryan. At this point, they're both busted. They're both bleeding, to the point where Bryan is even healed up. And MJF, they brought out like an oxygen tank, because he's never done this before. He needs to get his breathing right. And Tony Khan calls Tony Schiavone. He's like, hey, bro, we're not doing a draw for the end of this pay-per-view. I don't care. Like sudden death. Tell him to go. Tony Khan is frolicking down to the ring. He's so happy to tell everybody that MJF still has to wrestle some more. And it's just great, because then at the end, it's a battle at the end, because we've done Busaiku knees, we've done heat seekers, we've done all sorts of stuff, but in the end, the reason why MJF wins is because he hits Daniel Bryan with the oxygen tank that was supposed to be, that the medical team brought in for him.
Right. And
then after doing that, he puts Daniel Bryan inside a label lock, and he holds it there, and he just holds the entire time.
Right.
Daniel Bryan, the referee comes in, picks up his hand, that whole dramatic thing where it's like, okay, when it's supposed to be 3, they're kicked out. No. So he does 1, 2, and then the crowd is going wild. And then Bryan just taps. And you can't, what do you say? Right, Bryan tapped. It's not a matter of the oxygen tank to the head, because the oxygen tank to the head he came back from. It's just, he quit. He was like, that's it, I'm done. Yeah. And like,
the way that you put it makes me want to go back and watch it again.
You should, because as someone that has watched it, I was still in shock. Those 2 matches, especially. There are parts where, if you allow me for a second,
of course, yeah.
I think a great match is something that gets you to suspend your disbelief and then brings you back in again. And that's why, for example, WrestleMania this year, the 2 main events, I think they were the first one to end correctly, but it's whatever. And these 2 matches especially when there's blood and there's exhaustion, there's a story being told in regards to how long these people are fighting. Because an hour of doing anything, but we're talking about really physical stuff for the Iron Man match. And for the Hell in the Cell match, we're talking about, I didn't count, I lost count of how many chair shots they were, but it was enough to see bruising on The Undertaker. And, at that point, it takes me out. You're like, okay, you can stop hitting him with the chair now. We get it.
It's getting uncomfortable now.
Yeah, it's getting uncomfortable. But then afterwards, it's like, okay, they bring you back in with the story being told, and you're like, okay, fine, I'm on board. And that's what happened with these 2 matches. And I don't think, apart from, there's so many, if I'm being honest, like there's so many. Like when you asked me that question, I really had to. I went with the first two that I know, like off the back of my. But there's so many. Like if we're just to go into like Kenny Omega, for example, there's so many. Okada, there's so many. Oh my god, I'm still getting familiar with Kenny and Okada's work. I'm still getting familiar with like Will Ospreay or Daniel Bryan's work, Shinsuke Nakamura's work, Sami Zayn's work. There's just so many people that have had such good matches. And this is me not even looking at like Attitude Era as such, because it's just so many. But like, I love this shit, dude. I love this shit.
So,
I love it.
What did you think? The cage match rating from the IWC for this match between Bryan Danielson and MJF. What do you think it was?
I'm gonna say IWC probably gave it like an 8.
It was a 9.62. This is one of the highest rating matches I've ever seen on Cagematch. This is
you guys no ball.
Bro, so okay, this one had 1,189 votes. 928 of them gave this a 10, bro. A 10. This is crazy.
Y'all know ball. You guys know ball.
And apparently Dayo knows ball too, man, because this was one hell of a match. You're absolutely right, dog. But
no,
yeah, I
real.
definitely...
If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Like, for real, it's very good.
No, I've seen it. I saw it, but like, I have to go back and rewatch it. You know? Because there's a lot of things there that's just got me thinking now. Like, did he really need that oxygen tank, or did he just ask for it to, you know, just so he can fucking whack Daniel Bryan over the head with it?
One of those things that I love is I remember, like, there's so many. I think MJF takes like 4 or 5 water breaks, and after the second one, Taz is like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you be doing that? You're just gonna blow yourself up. And it's like, yeah, but he kind of needs to. Like, he doesn't know. Like, he needs to, because he doesn't just drink the water. He pours it over himself so he cools down and stuff like that. And it's like, that's cool. You know? That's just, you don't see that often, but that's cool.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I definitely want to do more of these. So next time we meet up, if we have time, we'll go over a couple more and see what the cage match ratings were.
I honestly thought like for both of those matches they would rate them lower, just because of the sheer amount of people that would be like, no, that sucked. But apparently not.
Those are both really good matches. According to Dayo and the IWC, these were really good matches.
Yang. And I don't usually agree with the IWC.
Yeah. The great Dayo Adebola, thanks again, bro, for hanging out with me on this great episode of Snug Wrestling.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, bro. My pleasure. Anytime, man. Backlash is coming up, so I'm definitely going to be hitting you up for that pretty soon. I think it's next weekend.
Is it next weekend?
I think it is.
In a way. Already?
I think so, bro. Look, let me look it up. Backlash 6.
Yeah, 9th of May. Really?
There you go, bro. There you go.
But we just... Okay.
Dude, it's like right after WrestleMania. It's crazy.
I mean, it's supposed to be like WrestleMania Backlash, right?
Yeah, I think last year it was like 2 weeks after WrestleMania or something crazy insane. Like that. Yeah. But at least they waited a month this time around.
That doesn't bode well for Jacob Fatu. Right?
Yeah, but hopefully it's good, man. Hopefully Jacob pulls off a miracle.
I don't think so, because I think Roman is still built to be showing up for the next few weeks, and I don't see him dropping the title, but still showing up that often.
Yeah, no, me either.
I mean, it could happen, but I don't see it.
Nah, it's not likely, but yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that, Dayo, and I'll see you very, very soon.
Yes, sir. There's only one night for Backlash, right?
It's 3.
Oh God!
I'm just kidding, bro. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. My name is Edgar.
Thanks for having me.
Dayo Adebola, the great Dayo. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.